again decided the same thing. That was required to be put on record because the computation was done not as per the orders of the single judge. Look, we were pressing that please permit us adjournment to enable us to put this on record and to show that the computation is not done as per the order of Justice Brahmbhatt, Justice Padiwala, which was reversed, Justice Udvani, which was, and thereafter Justice N.V. Anjaria. Now that order was available by that time.
Right.
But we had not put it on record.
All right.
So we wanted an adjournment for that purpose.
Adjournment was refused.
Yes, my lord. So we were pressing that adjournment.
Correct, Mr. Thakur. You see,
Nothing, my lord, that was
with your rich experience in many matters.
My lord, I appreciate. My lord,
Many a times or sometimes the court may not be agree with your proposition.
Yes, therefore, my lord, if it's
so
we are, my lord, I'm
we
just
or
saying,
others will say no, whatever. In such circumstances,
my lord,
what do you do?
Lord,
you say, all right, you will try to persuade us,
but
when we,
my lord, in persuasion, if we put
that doesn't mean, not to you. When we are saying,
I appreciate, my lord.
It's only that doesn't give a license to a learned member of the bar to heap abuses on the judges.
My lord, let us read, my lord.
If that is done, it is bro beating the judges.
Therefore, I am saying that your lordship, in this light, this is what has happened. We wanted to put this order on record and to show, demonstrate the computation is done without.
Assuming it was,
no, I
accept all your facts to be in your favor.
My lord, then
in that event, the only course was that that is why we said in the first available opportunity. All right, let him say sorry. We'll close it. He says, no, I will not say sorry.
With utmost
no, when senior counsel on his legs,
I have asked his permission.
No, Mr. Trivedi, sit down. When senior counsel is on his legs,
I'll take.
Don't show disrespect to the senior counsel.
I will ask him and tell your lordship what he wants to convey. My learned friend says that I accepted the rejection. I did not. I tried to press number of times. I'm not saying I did press number of times that your lordship may please be pleased to adjourn. But ultimately, when it was not granted, I accepted it. And your lordship in this light may see the order, which the same bench at subsequent stage passed an order that it may be heard.
Correct. Hearing, that doesn't mean that
your lordship may have a look at that order. Your lordship may have a look at that order. Page 16 of the application.
15/7/2019.
Yes. In view of the substantial compliance of the order of the contempt, we are not inclined to proceed further with the present application filed under the Contempt of Courts Act. However, it will be open for the applicants to take appropriate steps in accordance with law. If any grievance still exists, accept the contempt proceedings. Then the table is given. With the aforesaid, this application stands disposed of. Though the above order was dictated and the matter is disposed of, in view of the substantial compliance of the order under contempt, Mr. B.J. Trivedi, learned counsel for the applicant, continued to make submissions seeking to verify computation. I was trying to see that it is adjourned by raising his voice. Lord, let me say, in agitation, a person can say something. No, not bad words, not bad words.
Supreme Court has said in 2 decisions, you can't raise your voice.
My lord, what I am saying
you can raise your decibel, but not your voice.
But please, my lord, my submission is that when a person tries to persuade, it does happen at times. There are individuals and individuals.
Correct. We know.
Some individuals will.
How persuasive Mr. Thakur will be there, how persuasive Mr. Percy Kavina was there,
but
Mr. Mihir, Justice Mr. Mihir Joshi.
But each one has an individual way of persuading. Sometimes a person tries to
look at their grace, your grace.
But sometimes let me put it, lack of grace may not be termed as a contempt. It's a lack of grace. The two things are different.
It doesn't stop at grace. it gets promoted to something else.
Your Lordship may read, my lord, I am going that make submission seeking time to verify by raising his voice.
Yes.
And when the court indicated that the matter is already responded, he started browbeating the court. So there was no browbeating. It was only to seek adjournment.
We will go by this.
My lord, therefore, I am before your Lordship. The Supreme Court has said that I can go before the same bench to persuade the same bench
Yes.
consistently.
That is why you insisted you to have my lord.
Yes, my
We
lord.
have,
Yes,
My lord is here.
I am conscious of that fact because otherwise the record becomes final. I can only persuade the same bench, and the same bench on 19 September said we'll hear it with the matter. It has said that.
correct.
My lord,
We are
19
not saying it will not, it has not said so.
So it was not rejected on that day.
Not rejected. Correct. You are
So
right.
therefore, my humble submission is that the order, Lord, I have two submissions to make. First is to
If these
recall the
are-
order.
If suppose we adjourn a matter, that means petition was not dismissed. Therefore, you allow this petition today.
No.
Not dismissal of the petition means you should allow the petition.
No, not at all. Not at all. I'm not suggesting that. I'm saying that court could have at that very day rejected it, that we don't want to modify. But today I am saying that I want review on two counts. One, the order itself should have been allowed to be placed on record, which now I have placed here, of the Justice Anjaria's order, and then show that the computation which is done is ignoring the 240 days when it was completed, and check that's why the figures were different. Lord, my humble submission is that this order is required to be recalled, and we have not shouted. That is our say.
Nobody is opposing you. Correct?
No.
All heard, reserved.
Only, sir, only. If I not-
No,
Give me only one.
no, no,
Show that grace, sir, please.
no, Mr. Trivet, Mr. Thakur, please
Yes.
tell it.
Fine, leave it.
He is your client.
Well, he only says that he had not shouted because
Yeah,
he has
he's your
a loud
client.
voice.
Sir, I'm the last person not to say sorry if I had not done anything.
Even now we are saying, say sorry, we'll drop the
Sir, I
person.
had not done anything.
And it was given, it is recorded by earlier benches also. Mr. Thakur, for us also, it is very, you understand our position. To say something about a member of the bar.
Sir, I have already said to the
But-
earlier bench, I
We
regret
will-
what happened on that day.
We will not allow anybody to pollute the administration of justice.
Sir, I am the last person to even think.
You have no right of audience at this stage now, particularly when you have engaged the senior counsel and when senior counsel is addressing the argument. Otherwise, it will be amounting to showing disrespect to the senior counsel. This is the only matter.